Hey everybody, Trisha here. I just wanted to jump on. You guys know I don't like to be fancy. I just keep it real and share this information whenever I can. So I'm just here in my hat after a workout and wanted to tell you about the new kids line. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, those of us who went to convention got to have it. And this kit will be available October 1st, which is just in a few days, so you can get in a few days. It's available as a kit, and then I believe it's November 1st. They will be available individually. It comes in this cute zip-up case with a carabiner, so you could attach it to a bag or a backpack or something. And inside it has room for 6 oils. You kind of see here. 6 oils fit in there. You can actually fit more than that. I think I fit another 3 roller balls in there. And then up in this pocket on the top are the holders. So you just take the oil, put the silicone top on, and then you can attach it to a bag or a backpack or a purse or whatever. And the kids think this is really cool and fun. And I know a lot of people have teenagers that are also loving this. It's not just for little kids. It was developed for ages 3 to 10, but any age, above 3 can use it. I will definitely be using it because I was just really surprised how great they smell. Especially, I would say, the one that's a kid version of Intune. I just don't think Intune smells very good, but it has great benefits. So I tend not to use it because I don't like the scent. Well, now there's one that smells amazing. So I just wanted you guys to see these. So like if you're traveling or maybe you're going to a sporting event and you're going to be gone for a while, you want to carry some things with you, you could carry some extra things in this pocket at the top. Like I think I'll throw in some, you can get Deep Blue Rub just in little sample packs. It's just real tiny. I'll throw a couple of those in there. And some Band-Aids or Correct-X, just little things you may need. And it's just really helpful. There's also some little cards that the kids can read to help them understand what's what. It says like Rescuers, the Soothing Blend. On the back, it gives a suggestion after running, jumping, playing, rub this onto your legs, back, or feet. So it just explains what each one is. There's 5 of them. 5 of them are kid versions of existing blends, and then we have one that's just its own thing. So I wanted to explain those to you. So my daughter took Calmer to school, so I can't show you that one. She just really, really wanted to have it at school. She said, sometimes she, after a recess or a PE class, she just gets like real revved up and needs to like chill. So she took that with her and put it in her bag. Calmer is the kid version of Serenity. And again, these just smell so good. I'm excited for you guys to try them. They just have like a very light and fresh scent to them. My daughter said to her they taste like or smell like different kinds of candy. And I just really think your kids are going to like it. It's just really, really pleasant. So Calmer has lavender, Kanaga, Buddha wood, and Roman chamomile. Also, if, say you've tried Serenity, you didn't get the benefits you were hoping for, not as strong as you were hoping for, totally try Calmer. We're all a little different, so what works awesome for one person is not necessarily what's going to be perfect for you. And the good thing about oils is a lot of the oils have similar chemistry, but they're slightly different. And so with a little experimentation, you could find the one that you just love and just works like crazy for you. So that's Calmer. And then we have Brave. This is the Courage Blend. This is the one we don't have another version of. Like there's no existing version that's a Courage Blend. So this has wild orange, amarice, osmanthus, and cinnamon. And these all have coconut oil. That's the carrier that makes it a roller ball. Another cool thing is there's oils in here we can't get on their own. So you can't get osmanthus by itself or amarice by itself. Usually the reason for that is just a sourcing issue. doTerra standards for what they will buy from distillers is wicked high. And if there's just not enough supply of the highest quality of that oil, then they won't do like a full bottle of it. They only have enough to put in a blend, and so that's what they do. But we can still get it and have the benefits of it. And just in case you've never seen a roller ball before, this is what it looks like. It's just a glass bottle. Having it be dark helps to protect it from sunlight. If you do buy them on your own and get clear ones, that's okay. Just keep it out of sunlight. And then I recommend the ones with this stainless steel top. And it's very easy, that just rolls. It's just a little ball, and you just roll it on. The biggest question I get about roller balls is where to put it. And I think It depends on what you're going for. Of course, if you have like head tension, you got to get it here, back of the neck. But if it's your stomach that's bothering you, got to put it on your stomach. If it's just an overall thing, I really like up and down the spine, put it on your pulse points. Back here is always good, bottoms of the feet. It'll get in there and it'll get around. You just want to get it to kind of as close to your problem area as possible. Or, if you had like a pain in your finger, you'd be, rolling it on here kind of thing. But don't worry about that too much. If it's an overall body issue, just put it on and it'll get around. You don't have to worry like if you put it on your back instead of your foot, it won't work, nothing like that. So these are very easy for kids to use. If you're brand new to oils, just show your kids what to do with them, especially if they're like 3, 4 and they're little ones, just to make sure they know you don't lick it, you don't stick it in your eye, don't stick it in your ear, stick it in your brother's ear, that kind of a thing. And like I just try to teach my kids to be respectful of this. If this is at our house, our version of medicine, and this does cost money and it's not a toy. And we have a box where we keep them, and we just teach them about it. And like, this is what it does. And we walk over to the oil box, and if you have a problem with this, then this is the one. And they're just slowly learning. And we just, the roller balls with the names on it is very helpful, but just sort of play with them. And, it's not, what I like about these for kids is they're not dangerous. Like if you don't know it and your kid goes to grab the Steady Blend and put it on, it's cool, everything's fine. Okay, so the Steady Blend is the grounding blend. This is the kid version of Balance, which is one of our most popular oil blends. This, I don't know, this might be my favorite one. It's hard to say. But it's just really light and fresh. And so I'm really hoping that they'll take these blends and put them in bottles like this so that we can diffuse them. So let's all ask for that. But this is very emotionally grounding. So especially if your kid has emotional challenges and they're just, or they, get easily wound up, or again, it's another one for some kids is very calming. So I know like for me, I use Balance to help me sleep. So if you have a kid who needs help with sleep and anxious feelings, stuff like that, try Calmer and try Steady. Rescuer is the kids version of Deep Blue. Deep Blue really should only be used on ages 12 and up. So this is the younger kids version of Deep Blue. It does have a slightly minty smell. This has spearmint in it. I love me some spearmint so much. It's top 10 for me for sure. It also has copaiba in it. Some people say copaiba, some people say copaiba. Either way, that's what's in here. It also has lavender and xanthoilum. Oh, and the Steady, I didn't tell you what was in Steady. This one has amyris, balsam fir, coriander, and magnolia. That's our other new oil that smells beautiful. Okay, so that's Deep Blue. Stronger is the kids' version of On Guard. It's not that kids can't use On Guard, but if you want a different scent, for example, some people don't care for the smell of On Guard, or you just want to have a pre-made rollerball, you don't have to worry about the dilution of it, you just know it's safe for your little one, then this is the one you can get now. So it's just really helpful. It has cedarwood, lucia, frankincense, and rose. So those of you who were around last year might remember a big story about rose. And Emily Wright, one of our founders, her kids had a really serious infection issue, like life-threatening serious. And they had to make decisions about what they were going to do about that. They decided to use a lot of rose oil and On Guard, I believe it was, but a lot of rose oil, and they're completely fine now. So rose is pretty remarkable. So this is your On Guard version for kids. And then there's Thinker. This I'm very excited about because this is a kid's version of Intune. Intune is the focus and concentration blend. To me, it doesn't smell great. I know some people don't mind it. I don't like it at all. This one's a little less fruity than the other ones, but also very light and fresh. This does have vetiver in it, but it has the clementine oil in it, so I think that's what makes it so fresh, and also has rosemary. And I just would be surprised if any kid didn't like how this smells. is very light. Like some of our oils can be pretty strong. These are all very light, very kid friendly. So, you know, if your kid is studying, doing homework, they got to take a test, use this. My experience with these oils, as far as that goes, is my oldest was taking a test. It was kind of a longer and more involved test than he'd ever been before, like sitting down for a couple hours taking a test. And he gets nervous about those kinds of things. So I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And I really wanted the test to reflect his, you know, natural state so we could really see where he was at. And so we used, obviously this wasn't available yet, but we used vetiver and cedarwood and rosemary, and I made up a rollerball for him. And he just said he felt like it really helped, and that because it was so long that like whenever he would take a bathroom break or a water break, he would use it and like smell it and roll it on. And he felt like that helped him. And the test results seemed like it helped. I mean, he hasn't taken a test without it. He's still kind of young. He hasn't taken a big long test without oils. But he had a positive experience with it. So especially if your child is challenged with that, try it and then let us know what you think. And this is not medication, so keep in mind that it's not going to be like, boom, it hit them like that. I mean, occasionally that happens because they're powerful, but they really work with the body. It's like a partnership. So if you feel like you used it once and you get this like the lightning struck and you get this huge difference, keep going. If the body needs it, it will be soaking it in, and it can take a little time. And that's because it's natural. It's not covering something up or trying to trick the body or blocking a natural body function. It's working together with the body. So I hope you guys are excited about the kids' oils. I think these will be amazing for our kids because, you know, if they're having a challenge, whether it's physical or emotional, for them to know that there's a number of different options and you don't always have to turn to medication. You know, sometimes I know like the world I grew up in is that you have a problem like that and you have to, you know, at a minimum go to the drugstore and like walk around and like see, is this going to help me? Is that going to help me? You're buying a bunch of stuff. Something's got to help. You're not feeling well or whatever. And you're just kind of loading up at the drugstore, or you have to go see your doctor. And what options do you get when you talk with your doctor? Often you walk out with a prescription, and those medications have their place. They're sometimes just needed, and that's totally okay. But I think the big deal is for kids to know that there are more options than that. And there are other things you can try if you don't want the side effects or the dependency on them and that sort of thing. There are things to try. And obviously, essential oils are just one piece of the puzzle. We really recommend the other pieces as well. Food is tremendously huge. It absolutely impacts the brain in big ways and the body in big ways. And so I know a few years ago it was big news to me that what you're eating could affect your concentration, your memory, your focus, your ability to handle an emotional upset. But our brain is fed by our food. I mean, it really does make sense, but I had never heard anyone talk about that before. So if your kid has any brain-related issue, you know, I can point you to some resources to learn about using food to nourish the brain in a better way. And, you know, I'd say like at a minimum, if you don't have time to read, sugar's really big. Artificial colors, artificial flavors, colors, flavors, and preservatives. All that artificial crap that's in so much of our food and drinks. I know the kids love it, you know, the Gatorade or whatever. The good news is there's so many versions of that stuff now without all the junk. Like even Gatorade came out with an organic version. So that stuff is just nasty for our kids. It just is. I know that it's hard if they have something you need to take it away. I totally get that. And live that, but it's just important. It's like you choose your battles. You know, this is a battle worth fighting for. Another big one is gluten. A lot of kids do better when gluten comes out of their diet. And I think the biggest thing people don't know about gluten is that eating gluten is like being pregnant. Either you're eating it or you're not. Either you're pregnant or you're not. Like reducing it is great. There's nothing wrong with reducing it, but you have to know that if you reduce it and don't see any impact, that could be why. Like they literally have to go cold turkey to know for sure if they need to be off it. You know, just a little bit can set off the alarm bells in the body. So just know that. And if you need to start reducing it slowly just to kind of get to the point where you can go cold turkey, that's totally cool. Just know that you may not get results until it's totally gone. At least 3 months, but if your kid has serious issues, it'll probably take longer than that, but I'd say that's the minimum. Ideally 6 months or even a year. I know that's hard, but I just want you guys to be educated about that. So let's, empower our kids and like explain, instead of just making them use it, like explain why you want them to use it and what it's about. If we ever need to have a webinar where the kids jump on and listen, we could figure out a way to make that happen. So just let me know what would be helpful, and we want to help your kids too. So enjoy your kids' oils, and please let us know when you get them what you think of the smell and how they work for you. Okay, take care. Bye.